Hello everyone, this is Shitface Skunk and welcome to episode 39 of the Wigan Athletic Career Mode, the first episode in Season 4. Last episode was the FA Cup final and the end of Season 3, and spoilers if you haven't seen it already, we beat Man United 3-1 in the final and we also finished second in the league, so that means this season we have Champions League and also an FA Cup to kind of protect and retain at the same time, so yeah, a big season for us, but the Champions League is the biggest thing for us. This season, the aims for me personally, without looking at all the objectives and stuff, is to finish in the top 4 again. And in terms of the Champions League, if we get out the groups, I'm happy with that. And maybe try and win an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup as well. So I'm hoping for a big season. And yeah, the screen just went off there because I wasn't pressing any buttons. But yeah, that is the aim. The editing has gone back to the old style, which is a month per episode. So we haven't accepted any pre-season stuff yet, but I will play some of the pre-season games, maybe sim a few as well. But yeah, we've got all this time to sort out our team, sell players, maybe bring in players as well. And also we got the month after that, which is August, to bring in players. And yeah, we start the season against Everton. Not too bad. Then played Derby, who got promoted, before we finish against Spurs. Potentially a Carabao Cup game in there as well, but also the Community Shield match against Chelsea, which should be a good game for us to get revenge on them for beating us in the league last season. So I mentioned my objectives, but now it's for the objectives of the club. First of all, they want us to sign 4 players to our youth academy: a goalkeeper, a defender, a midfielder and a striker. Not too bad, can be achieved, it's a medium target for us. They want us to sign 1 crucial first team player who is a forward. Now that is pretty stupid considering we've got Chaplin and Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin top scorer by far in the Premier League last season, and Chaplin was just fantastic, so okay, bit of a weird one there. They want us to finish this season with a profit margin of 26.4 million. Basically win a cup or something, or just do well in the league. Domestically, they want us to finish mid-table and reach the round of 32 in the FA Cup. And they want us to finish in a Europa League spot within 2 seasons as a long-term objective. I mean, last season we finished second. I'm hoping to do similar or maybe better than that. And continentally, they want us to reach the group stage, which we do automatically because we came second. So objectives-wise, nothing too major. I think the hardest one will be the youth development and also the financial one as well. And maybe even the brand exposure. Signing a striker, we don't really need one. Or a forward player. It's going to be a bit tricky to do all this shit. And before I go any further, quickly we're going to look at the youth scout thing. We should have a scout report through on some new people potentially. Milad Alanovic. I mean, potentially he's not great, but overall he's not bad. So I'll keep him in the academy for now. Boris Vinsky looks pretty good. Overall's not great. Potential is there. Babic is looking terrible. Visnic, he's a keeper though. We don't really need another keeper, so he'll get rid of him. We'll get rid of him even. And Boris Boksic. Again, the potential's not bad. The overall's not bad. We'll keep scouting him, but I think we'll keep scouting these guys for now. Oh wait, the scout report has ended and we just got rid of all them people. I'm an idiot. Anyway, who cares? They weren't that good anyway. Now on to what I want to do this season in terms of scouts. I'm actually going to fire James Hogan. Might cost us a bit of money to do it, but I want to hire a new scout. I want to get a good scout, so I'm thinking Ed Lee. Not a bad scout, he's English. Cost us about 1.8 million, you can see our budget at the top there. We can afford him, and yeah, let us set up a scouting network. Now, in terms of players to look for, to be honest, like what's that, which countries should I say, I'm not really fussed where we go, so I might just send him off to a really random country, but a good random country at that. I'm trying to think where precisely I can send him. Not Russia, because there are assholes at the moment. Well, not just at the moment, just in general. I might look for a Norwegian player. I mean, no, not Finland. Let's look for a Finnish player. Let's improve their national team because, you know, why not? Not a big country in terms of players, but let's scout there. Finland looking for any type of player for 9 months with a brand new scout in Ed Lee. So only a few things left to do before we start advancing on, and the first one is training. And this season I'm looking to train up just basically any player I want. I'm thinking we don't like train people like Van Bergen and Calvert-Lewin. I definitely want to train Salvador. After last season, he needs some improving because the man came good. When we signed Jordan Ibe on a pre-contract, this guy picked up his game and started playing a lot better. So we'll give him 2 drills. What wasn't so good about him? Dribbling wasn't fantastic. His agility is good, which is strange. Ball control, dribbling, stamina. I mean, yeah, let's do that. Agility, ball control, stamina, and yeah, I did say that twice. Dribbling, shit me, saying things 4 or 5 times. Other midfielders, Candera and Nacho, his stats were actually pretty impressive, so he deserves some training as well. I think a bus went past then, so I apologise if the weird noise. I'll give Candera and Nacho 1 drill, trying to increase some things there. Other midfielders, we have OCDB and all that stuff. Centre-backs, Clerk's also not doing as well as I thought he would. Daniels will leave eventually. Might not train any centre-backs, looking to maybe bring some in. Acosta is injured, so we can't train him. Goalkeeper-wise, don't really want to train Harris or Clerk. I might just go and train, actually. De Wolf looks pretty good. I might train OCDB, actually. We've got to get this guy to Yaya Toure-esque levels. I keep mentioning that, like, he being the Yaya Toure regen, who's like a real life regen, but we need to actually get him through training, really. So let's get this dude trained up and ready to go. Took a long time to do all that shit, but yeah, this is what you have to do. So yeah, I'll keep training up all this shit, don't worry about that, that'll all happen and take place. And let's advance onwards, because we've got people to bring in on pre-contracts, Brignoli and Ibe. Also, Daniels is going to leave, we've got Lee going out on loan as well. Then we've got the pre-season tournament to set up as well. Once we've done that, I'll show you my team, and then we'll look at potential outgoings and incomings for the club. So, it takes a long time to do this, because obviously it has to sort out a lot of things. And I've got some people on my shortlist added, scouting some youngsters as well who could be potential regens. But again, I'll mention all that in a few minutes, whatever it is in video, once this fucking loads, because Jesus, it takes a bit of time. There we go, like advance into invites. I just banged my controller on the desk in a weird position, but anyway, there's only one we're going to go for though, the European International Cup. We always do go for it. It's got the most money, teams against Club Brugge, Montpellier, is it? Not a clue about that top right team, or the bottom left. Well, we've got a lot of random Amiens, is it in there? Vitesse, I know about. I think a Japanese, I don't know. We're choosing this one. It's got 4.4 million, not a lot of money, but if we win it, I think it rounds up our total to about 30 million. But the biggest thing, we don't give a shit about that, is this. Cameron Lee has gone out on loan to Exeter City for a year. Daniels has joined West Brom, and we get Alberto Brignoli, a new keeper, and Jordan Ibe, who will now be a backup right mid / left mid. So yeah, good stuff with them people coming in. Quickly check them out. Chaplin's now 78 as well. Man is a legend. Yeah, let's go through the new players. Brignoli is only 72. Wow. I thought he was better than that. I mean, I didn't scout the guy, so that's my problem, but I thought he was good. I mean, them stats, he's got a good kicking, but his positioning is awful, but oh my, I thought he was better than that. I may have made a mistake bringing in this guy. His reflexes aren't bad either, I think. A bit harsh on him, but yeah. I may have fucked up bringing him in, but I do know how good he is. 24 years old, can get better. I think I might have made a mistake bringing in Brignoli. I mean, Harris is better, and Randolph's better. Decisions will have to be made about him very soon, whereas Ibe, I think he will go on the bench for Jacobs. And yeah, Ibe will be a backup right back / left mid to Van Bergen and Salvador. But yeah, Brignoli not looking very good there. So that means I'm going to have to go out and scout maybe a new keeper and atone for my absolutely dreadful error in bringing in Brignoli. There is one thing I did forget to really think about, and that is contracts. I just reminded myself then. And yeah, we got quite a few people out of contract. So people like Chaplin and Van Bergen I want to keep. White I want to keep. Harris definitely. And people like James and Dan Burn, yeah, I want them to stay at the club, but It all depends on how much they really want in their contract. Whereas people like Jacobs, Massey, I'm looking to sell anyway. Maybe Randolph as well. So I'm not really fussed about their contracts. What I'll do is, I'll very quickly go through and offer Chaplin and Van Bergen new contracts, definitely, and Harris. I'm going to go through this relatively quick. I'm going to see if Chaplin will take an important. He wants crucial. I mean, fair enough, he is 78 overall. But this is going to be the important bit because these guys, yeah, they're out of contract and they're our best players. I mean, Chaplin can't leave anyway because of the rule I've set up. £74,000 a week. Holy shit. Okay, I mean, that is a lot of money. It might be one of the same things again where we can't afford to bring in players because of contracts. I mean, we've not got given a lot of money to become second and won the FA Cup. The board's given us about 30 million total. It's fucking shocking. So I'm going to remove the bonus. So the signing bonus of 1 million. Can we just edit the... I suppose I could edit it, but there's no point. I was going to see if he accepts this. There's no point editing wages in this game. He wants 78 grand now. He's not going to come down from that. £78,000 for a 78 rated player. I mean, yes, that is by far the most in our club. Calvert-Lewin's on 53,000, Jack Burns on 51,000. Holy shit, these people are on a lot of money. But yeah, we just need to keep our better players. So I'm going to go very quickly, just do the Van Bergen one. And then for the rest of them, I will do off screen and show you what happens with them afterwards, because I don't like going through all this stuff. I just want to let you know what's going on. Van Bergen's going to be crucial. Man's only 20 years old though, so let's see how much he asks for. I'm going to say 5 years, you are 20 years old. Long-term contract seems fair enough. No release clause, I am happy with that. Now, how much do you actually want? You're not going to tell us how much, you absolute dicks. This is going to be fucking painful as fuck. So, I'm just going to guess at 55. 55,000 and a signing bonus of £500,000. I mean, Chaplin's one overall higher, so I'm just going to base it off what he got. That's a fair offer, my client's happy with that. I might have spent too much, but do you want £55,000 and 500 grand for a signing bonus? I'm okay with that. And now we've got the rest of the people to go through contracts with. So like I said, I'll do it off camera and then come back and show you who we've managed to sort out deals for. Well, that was just a big pile of shit. Dan Burn and Reece James both declined because their wage demands were not met. But you know what's interesting? They did not tell me their fucking wage demands, so I couldn't do anything about it. The rest of them I managed to sort out a contract for, and I'm out of pocket massively. Randolph I'm looking to sell anyway, so I don't give a shit about his contract. Same with Massey and Jacobs. Turner's out on loan. I might bring him back from his loan and sort out his contract if he doesn't come back automatically. And for the rest of the people who I give a contract to, if I can remember who the hell they actually were. Yeah, Chaplin, £78,000 a week. That happened on camera. That was painful to do. Who else we got now? White, £20,000 a week he's now on. Not too bad for a 72-year-old, but he's now an important player in his contract because he's also a dick. You saw Van Bergen and Cameron Harris wanted £30,000 a week and to be an important first team player as well. So, you know, the Dan Burn and the Reece James thing pissed me off. None of the fucking agents give me a fee for like the contract, you know, how much money they wanted in terms of wages, because they're dicks. So yeah, that's quite annoying. But people like Randolph, he's going on the transfer list. Massey, I do like the guy, but he's going to get transfer listed as, well, Jacobs is already transfer listed, so we don't have to worry about that. So yeah, transfer listed them lot, hopefully get offers in for them, but now into potential incomings and outgoings for the club. So we'll start off with outgoings and people who are definitely not going, and that is Acosta, Jack Byrne, Chaplin, Van Bergen, Calvert-Lewin, Salvador and Grigg. Grigg, Salvador and Chaplin were player of the season, so they're definitely not going. And people like Van Bergen, Calvert-Lewin, Jack Byrne and Acosta are very, very good people in our squad. I'm not looking to sell them on. They're young, they can improve, and they've been great since they've really started. So that's people not leaving the club. As for people hopefully to leave the club, we've got Randolph, Jacobs, Massey and Davis all transfer listed. I mentioned Randolph, Jacobs and Massey before. And for Davis, he came back from his loan, not improved massively. We'll look to let him go. As for Stubbs, Lang, Collins, Mitchell, Lewis, Clerk and Dennis DeWolf, hopefully they'll get a bit of loan experience elsewhere and come back better players, and then we'll decide on their future after that. Some people who come back like Taylor Lewis, Joel Clerk, probably might come back and get sold, but I'll give them a chance, and hopefully they'll get offered for some loans. As for incomings into the club, I know I mentioned signing players that Wigan have signed in real life. For example, people like Fulton, Devontae Cole, James Vaughan and also Jamie Walker, and selling people that Wigan have sold like Jack Byrne. I decided against it. I had all them people scouted fully and they were all like between the ratings of about 65 I think and maybe 72, and in our current squad that's not good enough. So I decided against it about spending money for the sake of spending money and making it somewhat realistic, but we're like into our 4th season, and Wigan will not sign them players as they were in-game now. And as for Jack Byrne, I'm not going to sell my best centre mid for the sake of keeping it somewhat realistic. So yeah, that's that done. And the players you see on this list here, I'm not looking to bring all these in. These are just regens. Obviously, Bumal is Eto. People like Manitsone, he is Buffon's regen and the only person on this list in terms of regen who I might actually need, so I will keep an eye on him. But in terms of potential signings that who are real players, we've got Onyinye Ndidi, the Leicester City centre mid. I think he'll be fantastic and he can replace Gilby, and Gilby will then go onto the bench. But indeed, I've used him in FIFA before. He is amazing in-game. He is so good on the ball and off the ball. So he'll be a good signing for us. Victor Moses, Chelsea, I love him. And at Wigan, I loved him. So, he plays my 2 favourite clubs. Chelsea being my favourite and Wigan being my local team. So yeah, bringing him back will be, obvious to do. If we bring him back, we'll move Acosta as a left back. Play Moses as like a right wing back, maybe move him up to right wing every so often. Then we can sell Reece James if we want to, or use him as backup. And you see the other person on this list is John Joe Shelby. So the main aim before this season, before I saw Brignoli's shit stats, was to bring in Ndidi and potentially Moses if we can afford them both. And if Ndidi fell through, we'll go for Shelby, and if Moses fell through, we'll go for like a young centre-back / right-back on this list, like Lendrick would have been a good choice. But going through my squad, I realised I did actually need a centre-back. So I've got a lot of centre-backs listed here. A lot of them have just joined the clubs and won't leave again. But we've got a lot of people on this list with scouting, as well as a few strikers as well for this new objective. Kalulu and also Steve Mounier. And yeah, what we're going to do is just get the scout reports back on all these people, then decide about them. But in terms of a new player, I know people mentioned Joe Hurt and Callum McManaman. Callum McManaman would have been a good signing, and I still might sign him. Joe Hurt, however, he's good, 82 overall, and I think he's 33 years old, so as a keeper, not bad, but I've got to think about the future, and the future must lie with this guy, Andrea Manitsone. So we're going to approach Sassuolo to buy him. He is Buffon's regen after all, so he's going to get better and better. And I do apologise for this video potentially taking a long time, but it is the start of the season. Got a lot of stuff to sort out, so wow, actually with all the contracts we've done as well, you can see we can't afford shit. So I'm going to offer player swap. That's my thing, and I'm just going to offer Brignoli. I mean, I thought it'd be better than that, so I don't think we're going to sign Manitsone. I can't afford that, mate. Can you bring it down to potentially something I can afford? I mean, I still need money for fucking wages. So let's just bring all this down massively. Will you accept £15 million and Brignoli? So £17.2 million in total value and a replacement keeper for Manitsone. You're being in that. We're assholes apparently, so that's a no-go there. So we're not going to be able to sign this guy. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and look for a new keeper who is relatively cheap. And yeah, that means people like Ndidi, Moses and Shelby are going to have to take a back seat while we sort out our keeper situation. So I've advanced forward and I've received 2 transfer offers, one for Shea Dunkley from Charlton and one for Leon Davis from Scunthorpe. And I'm not looking to sell Dunkley, to be honest. He's a good backup, but at the same time I do have Bammert. I mean, yes, we lost Daniels. I do want to bring in another centre-back, so I'm going to sort out the Davis one first. That's well over his value. I'm going to accept that straight away. Yes, he's 20, he can get better, but we've got youth players coming through who could potentially do better. This Dunkley one, I think I'm going to negotiate. If I can get 750 for Dunkley, I might accept. Because he had a good start last season, but since then has not been playing so well. So let us try £750,000. It's not much, plus it'll kind of save us a bit of money in the wages. The man's on £30,000 a week. And yeah, there you go. Charlton are happy to do that. How come Charlton always buy our players? Very strange, but we've accepted 2 offers there, one for Dunkley, one for Leon Davis, and now they'll negotiate with Scunthorpe and Charlton respectively, and hopefully agree a fee and a deal with them so they can leave the club and we can bring in not a lot of money, but a bit of money that we can use elsewhere for contracts and stuff like that. So we've got the first game in the pre-season tournament against Montpellier. You can see our group there is us, Club Brugge, Montpellier, and the side I didn't know the name of is KV Oostend. But because I believe we are home for this first match, I am going to simulate it. I'll play the away match instead. That's our team: Harris, Burke, Stubbs, Dunkley, Bammert, White, Wolf, Ibe, Candera, Nacho, Boateng and Grigg. Then we've got Clerk, James, Byrne, Collins, Massey, Osidibe and Lang on the bench. We've gone 1-0 down already, not good for us. Idiguchi has scored for them. I mean, this is our second string side with a few youth players in there. Boateng's equalised and Burke has got the winner. 2-1 winners there. Quite impressive to actually win that match. Massey and Osidibe came on. Good to see subs were actually made. But yeah, a good win and sees us good to potentially go through to the next round. Well, in the semi-finals. I don't know. Speaking too much words, we've won. That's all that matters. I can't fucking speak. So not long after that first game, we get a loan offer for Joe Clerk from Luton Town, and this is a young keeper looking to get out on loan, get some experience elsewhere, so we'll accept that offer. I'm not going to negotiate the contract because it's only £440 a week, and I'm pretty sure Luton can afford that. So yeah, Joe Clerk potentially going out on loan, and again frees up a tiny bit of wages for this season if it works like that. If not, it's one player not on the list who won't play any games, and hopefully he'll get better elsewhere. And now for the next game in the group stages, it is against Oostend, who lost their first game against Club Brugge. But because we are away from home, I will play this match, but I'll only show you the best of highlights. And yes, Van Bergen is fuming at his role. He's missed 2 games and he's mad as fuck. I don't get it. It's fucking weird. Good ball in. Stubbs, good header. A bit of game time, lad. Dennis De Wolf. De Wolf is lost the ball. And Conte's gone through, and Gano's scored, but he's offside, so De Wolf fucked up there. Brignoli did fuck all, but luckily for us, he was offside. Shocking start for us anyway. But again, it is a youth team, and is he offside? Only just, but yeah, he is offside. Correct decision by the referee and the linesman, and it stays 0-0. I'll fucking wait for anybody. Aye, well done, lad. Inside to Grigg. Back heel to Candera and that shot's brilliant. That's shit though. Brilliant and shit. Literally there, he's doing a shit. Brilliant from Grigg though. That's a lovely back heel, and that is me. I put that wide. I'm shit. I apologise. I suck. I'm sorry. I suck shit. Fuck, piss, crap. That's me. Backtrack, lad, because Burke's not doing it. It's changed play for me. I didn't ask it to. Okay, 1-0 to them. Conte with the goal, and not a bad finish. He's been a pain in my ass. Him and Gano, whatever his fucking name is. Conte and Gano have been fucking brilliant for them, but yeah, nothing I could do about that finish. Nothing Brignoli could do either. It changed player there for me at the right back. I was a bit annoyed about it, but then finish like that. Yeah, that's top draw. 1-0 to them, and I won't say they deserve it, but at the same time, we missed our chance. They scared theirs. 1-0 to them. Grigg. Oh, you missed the fucking ball, you'd have to. And Nacho. He can use his pace and turn back inside. Bit of a trickery there. Backstick, Jordan Ibe. 1-1. Cadeiranacho sets up Jordan Ibe, the two best players on the pitch for us. Maybe Dunkley's up there as well, but yeah, Jordan Ibe and Cadeiranacho have been the best players for us. Cadeiranacho with the assist adds to his impressive play so far. Like, he gets goals and assists when he plays. Ibe, I think, headed it to the left, it went to the right. But it's 1-1 back at level terms, just after half time. Well done, Bammert, but it's gone back to the cunt. Dunkley get across, lad. Bammert covering. Why does he keep changing play for me without asking? That's a penalty. It keeps fucking changing play for me without asking, and every time it fucking does, I seem to give away either a goal, or in this case, a fucking penalty. It keeps doing it, and like, I've got it set to airballs only for switching players because you're in a corner and shit, it's almost impossible. Weak fucking challenge from White, it's a penalty to them, but it's Brignoli's chance to be a hero against Gano. I think he's going to go to the right, I'm just going to stand here. Should have dived. Knew he was going that way, didn't dive. I'm an idiot. 2-1 to them. Shit. Van Bergen, Cadeiranacho in the middle. Good touch away from his man, there it is. Shoots, Cadeiranacho saved, and again, and saved, and Van Bergen, and it's 2-2. We deserve that goal, we really did. Good play from Van Bergen, who's come on for Boateng. Ibe's gone to the left-hand side. We've also brought on James at left-back, and also Osadibe in the middle for De Wolf. But yeah, we deserve that goal. Cadeiranacho deserved better. Hit the post, bounced off the keeper, saved by the keeper, then to Van Bergen. Keeper couldn't save at that time. 2-2, back on level terms. Let's see if we can try and win this game now. Might make a few more subs and see how things go after that. But 2-2, back on level terms. Good to see. Cadeiranacho involved even, once again. He's been fantastic in Accio. He always fucking has been when he played. He's a beast of a player. Lang. Leak from Cadeiranacho, not going to find him. We'll find Van Bergen though. Breaks onto it. Mitchell Van Bergen, you are a fucking god. I mean, you've been moaning about not playing. Now you're playing like a pro. 3-2, and the sliders I'm not sure about yet. I might fiddle with them slightly. I said I will change them. Don't worry, I will. But not for the pre-season tournament. This is a chance for me to evaluate properly how the game is. And yeah, so far, it's been defensively hard. Attacking easy-ish, I would say, but I don't know, defending seems impossible on the sliders. Must be me. But yeah, I'll check out some sliders eventually, but for now, they're staying as they are for the pre-season tournament. Once this is done, before we get into that major competition, proper games, I will have a look at them and also change them. Don't worry about that. But 3-2, winning the game, only a few minutes remaining. All our subs have been made though. Collins' slide is a failure. This guy's running like a fucking boss. It lagged again. Hey, Brignoli's made his first save of the fucking match. Jesus, it took him 90 odd minutes. I'm not even joking there. And there you go, the game ends 3-2 to us, a win. I think that should see us through, depending on the other result. No, actually, I'm not sure, actually. No, it won't see us through. So if it's a draw for them, if it's a draw, it'll see us through, or if Montpellier win, that will see us through. Not Montpellier, the other team. Club Brugge. I don't know, I'm speaking random shit. We won 3-2, that's all that matters. So yeah, that was actually not a bad game. It was 3-2, good goals, and also they had a goal disallowed at the first few minutes for offside, so, you know, the game had everything. Possession was even. Brignoli made one save in the whole match, you saw it at the end there. But yeah, I'm relatively happy with that. We did well, we got a win. Players like Van Bergen, Cadeiranacho, and also Ibe played really well. So yeah, happy with the performances and happy with all 3 points, and hopefully we'll go through to the next round depending on other results. And unfortunately, Joe Clark does not want to go to Luton, so those loan talks have broken down and he'll be staying at the club until somebody else comes in to loan him. He'll reject that one as well, and then maybe the 4th or 5th time he'll then accept the loan and leave the club. That's what happens in FIFA. Still a bit broken, but it's FIFA, what do you expect? And even more transfer talks have broken down, this time with Shea Dunkley and Charlton. Not surprising, Shea Dunkley's on £30,000 a week. Charlton probably can't even afford that for about 5 or 6 players, never mind one player. But Leon Davis has been sold, has gone to Scunthorpe, and we received £500,000, so we're actually receiving a bit more money from transfer fees than we're used to. So thank you board for being a bit nicer. Next time though, give us more money at the start of the season, you dicks. So now for the final game in the group stages of this pre-season tournament. We're through because Club Brugge drew against Montpellier. I know we're at home because the game cycle goes home, away, home. If you come first in your group, then you will play home in the semi-final, and then the final is all pot luck. If you come second in your group, you play away. So yeah, that's how I know how it works, just in case you were wondering. But against Club Brugge now, we're guaranteed to go through to the semi-finals. It all depends if it's a home game or an away game. Basically, if we lose, I'm playing the next match. If we win, I'm simulating it and I will play the final no matter what. It's half-time and 0-0. We skip ahead, it's a 0-0 draw. That means we finish first. And yeah, there we go. 0-0 boring game. James and Lang came on. Although Lang came on for the last 4 minutes, which is pointless. That dude got injured in the 90th minute. He must feel horrible. Like, literally the game's ending, man gets injured. No injuries for us though, that's good. And a 0-0 draw, we finish top of the group. And now it's time for the semi-finals of the pre-season tournament. We've got drawn against Vitesse and we are home because we finished first because of that draw against Club Brugge. Remember the name, don't worry, I've got that shit. You can see Salvador and also Jack Byrne on the bench. Salvador's moaning about his game time because he hasn't played in a few games, even though they are pre-season. I know he's a dick, so that's why he's there, and Jack Byrne, just for the sake of it. We had 1-0 down though. Areola did score De-Wolf, got a yellow card. And we actually lose 2-1. Candera Nacho got us back in the game, but then Matavs got the winner for Vitesse. And we receive another transfer offer for Shea Dunkley, this time from Ipswich. And I don't think Dunkley is transfer listed, if I am not mistaken. No, he is not. So it's very weird we're getting all these offers for him. So I'm not really sure I want to sell him yet. So what I'm going to keep doing is just negotiating with these clubs and asking for more and more money. If they accept like £900,000 or even £1 million, I'll sell him. And again, he's got a contract that basically means he can't be sold to a championship club because he's on £30,000 a week. It's weird, I know. So, it's one of the things, I've got centre-backs I'm scouting, not fully scouted all of them yet, got a few more days left. So what I'll keep doing is, you're a dick, mate. What I'll keep doing is just, I'm not going to sell Dunkley if I don't have to. He played quite well, he's a good bench player, but if we bring in more players we won't need Dunkley. I'll try 850. Yeah, they're going to pay £850,000. I don't think I explained that well, but what I mean is, we're looking at bringing in other centre-backs, hopefully cheaper in the wages and better in the overall and potentially better in the future. So, I want to keep Dunkley for now, but if money like £850,000, that's good for us. We get money back in the wages. I don't mind selling him, but preferably I like to sell him in like a week's time once we've got a replacement for him. But I don't mind bringing in a replacement if he does go. Again, I don't think that makes much sense, but that's the best you're getting from me. So in regards to a keeper situation, I've decided to actually just give Cameron Harris a chance in goal, and if he isn't good enough by January, I will replace him. But for the meantime, I'm looking to bring in a second choice keeper, and like Badiashile got relegated with West Brom, hopefully we can bring this guy in, 22 years old, same rating as Brignoli but 6 years younger, can't do maths. And also very quickly, the Dunkley bid fell through, so yeah, it looks like he's going to be staying for a long time because of his wages, which is a problem for us. But anyway, on to transfer talks. I'm going to try and swap Brignoli for Badiashile. One, I like saying Badiashile, it's a great name, and two, I really don't like Brignoli, and if I have to pay a bit of money towards this, I'm not too fussed. 1.83 million, now that's not bad. However, once this bus goes past, honestly, if I keep saying this, I'd mentioned it before, but I live right outside a busy main road that has buses coming non-stop, but when I need a bus, they never come. It's just awesome like that. Anyway, I'm going to counter this. I'm going to propose a new transfer fee of, I'm not going to let the deal fall through for about £1 million, but 1.5 I think is more realistic, and I'll give them a 5% sell-on clause if we do sell Badiashile in the future. He's happy to do that, there we go. Now let's try and get Badiashile in, Brignoli out. Brignoli was a mistake. I 100% know that, I agree with that. So yeah, and also the Boomal and Lendrix overalls have now gone. Very strange indeed, but we'll just scout them again, don't worry about that. Right, let's negotiate with Badiashile. Last season for West Brom, he wasn't fantastic, he wasn't terrible, but he deserves better than the Championship, no doubt about that in my head. So we'll offer him a rotation role. He wants important. Technically Harris is important. You know what? You can fight for first team football. I'm okay with that. Let's see, length 5 years, you're 22. I think a long contract is good. 3 years, you bastard. Will do 4 years. Trust me, a lot of things you can't negotiate with. I'll mention it again. Squad role you can't negotiate. Contract length, you can do a year either side. Release clauses, you can either accept or decline it. Doesn't really matter. But if they want a release clause, you have to give them that release clause or none at all. No, wages. This is getting me annoyed now. Every time I go to fucking negotiate with the player, it doesn't tell me how much they want in terms of wages. And it's kind of annoying because deals sometimes fall through because of this. I'll offer him £15,000 a week, more than he's currently on. And also I will offer him... Actually, I'm going to offer him 20. I don't want the deal to fall through. I think we're paying Brignoli 40, if I'm not mistaken, so I'm okay with that. And a signing bonus of £450,000. I'll submit that offer, see what he says. That's a fair offer, there we go. BaxterDaKing joins, half the wages, I believe, of Brignoli, and younger and better as well. So, good bit of business there. We've got rid of the fucking arsehole who is Brignoli. Nothing against the dude in real life, but in the game, he kind of fucked us over. And that means Randolph now can drop completely from the team. I mean, he didn't do too bad last season, but I can't trust the man. I really can't trust the man. BaxterDaKing is now on the bench. There he is. Check his stats very quickly just to show you guys. 78 diving, 72 handling, 71 kicking, 70 positioning and 71 reflexes. So we work on those final 4 stats. The man can get better. He's only 22, 6'1". He's French. And we give West Brom Brignoli in return. Brignoli joined a top 4 club last season and now we're playing in the Championship. Yeah. Kind of feel bad for him, but at the same time, don't be shit, you won't get sold. So we've just received a transfer offer for Michael Jacobs from Middlesbrough for 1.85 million. He is valued at 2.1 million, so we are going to counter this. Hopefully try and get about 2.3, 2.4 for the guy. I mean, first season was good, second season was shite, and he's not been really good since. And we progressed as a club, and we think, well, I think we've outgrown him. So I'm going to say 2.4 million for the guy. Yes, it is well above what they've offered, but it's also not that much above his value. So hopefully they'll just yeah, there you go. Middlesbrough happy to do that. 2.4 million for Michael Jacobs. We'll free up some space in our squad and also get a bit of money in as well if the deal goes through. And unfortunately you can see that transfer talks have broken down between Michael Jacobs and Middlesbrough, so he is not leaving the club. Kind of disappointed in that, because his wage wasn't too high. Don't see why he wouldn't want to leave and go and play football. Strange indeed. I don't know, but yeah, Jacobs is staying for the moment, but hopefully we'll try and get rid of him in other ways if he doesn't get another offer in for him. Anyway, next episode will be episode 40, where we'll take a look at the sliders and also get into these games here. Chelsea, Everton, Derby and also Spurs, and potentially one more in between the Carabao Cup match. I think at that time as well we'll do the transfer deadline day, also find out a group for the Champions League, and then holy shit, Chelsea, United and Palace. Then City and Liverpool next week will be great. But yeah, that is all next episode. For now, this has been Baxter. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I'll see you again next time for more of the Wigan Athletic career mode, hopefully very soon. Goodbye.